Hi everyone, welcome back to Between Bells. Today we're diving into a topic that's all about self-improvement, how to glow up mentally, physically, and emotionally. This isn't just about looking good on the outside, it's about feeling good on the inside, building confidence and leveling up in every area of your life, from boosting your mindset to carrying your body and nurturing your emotions, we've got tips and advice to help you become the best version of yourself. Let's get started.
So first of all, we're gonna talk about how to, physically glow up. I don't mean just like by looks. I feel like just feel better in your own body.
Mhm.
Um, you could probably start with a healthy diet. You know, I feel like a healthy diet means like, aiming for yourself to be healthy, but obviously, don't punish yourself and like,
Yeah. I think in terms of like a healthy diet, we don't mean like, oh, eat less, right? We
mm-hmm,
mean like more like aim for healthier foods, like healthier natural foods, like more vegetables and more fruits and even just more like red meat, stuff that gives you more protein,
mm-hmm.
right? And try to eat less processed food. And all these food, like will make you feel better.
I feel like it's important for you to find out like what type of vitamin deficiency you have to try and like get supplements or like eat foods that are aimed towards that. Like
Mhm.
for me, like my mom doesn't want me to take like iron pills, so she likes to feed me more iron rich foods.
Yeah, especially as like us girls, when we're on our period, we lose a lot of blood, right? And it's important to, make sure your iron levels are, up to a good standard. So I know a few common foods that have iron is obviously red meat. I heard that grapes is also has iron.
I did
Not
not
too
know
sure if
that.
that's true, but yeah, don't quote me on that one, but definitely red meat.
Just like I feel like protein in general has a lot of
Yeah,
iron.
yeah.
But I'm pretty sure there's like a little iron piece of metal you can buy online. You
Mm,
can kind of just boil it in water. It's like
mm.
iron
I'm
water.
not too sure how I feel about that one, but
Yeah.
yeah, and then in terms of like drinks, I love bubble tea. But I don't think I would like I obviously don't drink it every day. I think it's good to just stick to water. Like whenever you
Hmm.
can, just drink water. Water is the best for you. It helps you clear your skin, it keeps you hydrated. Um, and just, it's good
I
for
don't
you.
understand. Like, some people don't like water,
Hmm.
but like, it's just water. I feel
Yeah.
like it tastes pretty good. I don't
Hmm.
know.
And sometimes like a tea is also good for you. Like
Mm,
some tea has really good has a lot of benefits. Like for example, I know like for me, when I'm like sick, I like drinking peppermint tea. Or like you don't like what
I do
peppermint tea?
not like peppermint tea.
I
It's
I
too
like
spicy for me.
oh.
Like,
Yeah, peppermint tea. Also like some teas are actually really good if you feel like you ate too much and like you want to
mhm.
digest it faster. Definitely drinking tea helps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I drink matcha pretty much every day.
Mhm.
I feel like it really helped my energy levels. I drink it every morning and it makes me feel kind of my energy levels are more
Consistent.
stable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like to drink green tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my favorite.
Hmm. I
Um,
like jasmine tea too.
yeah,
Jasmine tea.
and like it's really good for you. And it's if you don't like water, maybe you can have some of that.
For sure. Yeah. But yeah, that's all we have for diet. I mean, don't try to, cut the amount of food you eat. I'd say rather than that, focus on what food you eat
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want to be like you don't want to eat food that will make you slimmer. That's not the goal of eating food.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want to eat food or healthier food so that your body is like has all the nutrients it
Mm-hmm.
needs.
I feel it, there's like slim tea that you can buy
Mm,
at Asian supermarkets. Those
mhm.
make you poop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
lot of like slim like supplements or like they just get all like the water out of you and they just make you have diarrhea.
Mhm.
So don't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And our next tip is not to sound harsh, but like go to the gym, but like not go to the gym to like, transform your body in a way that you want it to look. I mean, if that's what you want and that's like that helps you with your confidence, then yes, do that. But like don't be so harsh on yourself, set a reachable goal and then try and reach it every time, like small goals that you can reach. Maybe, oh, walking 10,000 steps a day or whatever.
Mhm.
Like, don't start with 10,000 steps a day. Like, if you're not someone who walks regularly, maybe start with like 5,000.
Yeah, just go
Yeah.
as slow,
And then
slow
5,000,
pace.
6,000, like just like, and never compare yourself with other people
Mhm.
because,
Comparison is a
everyone is
thief of
different.
joy.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone starts somewhere,
Mhm.
sometime. And genetically, you can't compare everyone.
Yeah, and I feel like for me, like when I like exercise or something, when I go to the gym, it makes me feel better. Like just
For
my
sure.
mood is
Yeah.
better. It's
And you
not
feel
just
more accomplished too, right? Like you
yeah.
set a goal and you're able to meet it, and then you feel better physically too, right? And
Mhm.
then um and like after the day, like your muscles might be sore, but like that's always a good sign, right? Because that
Mhm.
means you really work them out and they're getting stronger.
Mhm.
And not only that, like working out, it helps you become stronger, right? So like if you ever need to run from anything, you
If
you
you
have
ever
the
get in
ability
case.
to. Yeah. And then the next one, maybe
Mm, so one thing that both of us enjoy is doing is skincare. For me, I don't do much. Probably not as much as you,
two.
because um I'm
Your
really
skin
lazy.
treatment.
I'm really lazy. Like I don't do anything. The most I'll do is probably wash my face once in a while if it's really bad. But all of my acne is stress
Yeah.
based.
Yeah. For me, my acne is hormonal based. Like it's like no matter what I do, it's always gonna come back because it's just hormonal based and there's really not much I can do about it. But for me, I think my biggest tip for definitely for people who have oily skin as well is double cleansing. I know there's like a lot of controversy with that. Like also it depends on your skin type, but for me, double cleansing has really cleaned out my blackheads.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I don't know. Like for products, I just use whatever my mom
Sunscreen.
has.
I
Yeah,
think
I'd use
sunscreen,
sunscreen.
sunscreen is a thing that like you swear by. Like no, even if it's like raining outside, whatever, just apply sunscreen
Mm-hmm.
because your skin will thank you later.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have like relatively dry skin, but for me, I just kind of use whatever my mom has because she gets like those like Asian skincare is like pretty nice, and she gets kind of mad with using it. But I use it like once in a while, so yeah.
Yeah.
And so, what products would you recommend?
Mm, um, I think so. There's this like I mostly use Korean skincare, but I use this cleansing oil. Um, It's from like Manyo. Like Manyo, it's like
Mm-mm.
yellow packaging. I really like that one. And then I use that as like my oil cleanser, and then I use a water-based cleanser for afterwards, like double cleansing. That one I just use CeraVe, and then some people might want to use hyaluronic acid if their skin is like really dry.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I haven't been experiencing that too much, so I use the Laneige sleep mask, honestly. I'm not too sure if that really does anything, but I also layer like Vaseline on my skin after.
Mm.
I'm not too sure if that's good. I mean, that might be pore clogging, but for me it works. So you
Mm.
definitely have to see what works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I use a lip balm. Um, I do use it's like glycolic acid maybe,
Mm,
but I use that for my armpits. Yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah,
low-key
yeah.
like stops my sweat from sweat smelling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
and it apparently helps your armpits get lighter, but like my
Mm,
biggest like the point that I like is that it makes my sweat doesn't smell like sweat. It just
mhm.
smells like nothing at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think for me, I've also tried glycolic acid, but I have not been very consistent with it. But one thing that I think really helps with ingrown hair in
Mm.
your armpits is actually plucking them. Like instead of shaving, you actually pluck them. Or
I
waxing them do the same thing.
I
but-
really want to get waxed. I actually want to
Yeah.
buy wax strips
Yeah.
and wax my
Yeah.
entire body.
Yeah,
Well, like,
yeah.
I don't know.
yeah. Okay, moving on.
But yeah, for my hair, I use Super Milk. It smells really good. And I like using a glossier, kind of like it's a solid perfume. It smells really good. Yeah.
For me, honestly, with my hair, I don't really care too much. I mean, as long as it does its job, then I'm okay with it. So, like, honestly, whichever one's on sale at Costco.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do use a hair oil. Yeah.
I feel like hair oil for me, it makes my hair really greasy.
I only use it on my ends because I have really
Oh
long
yeah,
hair.
yeah. But yeah, that's good. I also, my brother just came back from Japan. He got me some Japanese shampoo and conditioner. It does its job. I think it smells good. It smells like jelly straws.
Oh,
Yeah, it smells like a fruity jelly. Yeah,
that's
I think
good.
it smells good. But the bottle's cute. I don't know. I'm not a big guru. Yeah. But what do you feel about like some people like don't ever wash their hair like so and they like it oily or something?
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I think like okay, with like I have like relatively long hair, so I'll admit I don't shampoo my hair every day because that would strip away my oils, but I do shampoo my hair every other day. But definitely, I mean your hair, I mean, especially like if you sweat and like you're out,
Oh yeah,
all the
that's
time, you wanna
nasty.
be able to clean it properly. So yeah.
Um
And conditioner, like if definitely if you have longer hair, definitely use conditioner. I also think like when you comb your hair actually matters too, because if you have like curly hair, like naturally really like curly or frizzy hair, um, it's better if you actually comb your hair like before drying it, like so when it's still wet because you typically have more hair, so it's okay. But if you have like straight or thin hair, it's better if you comb it after you dry it.
Yeah, for me, I don't do much to my hair, but I do notice if I don't dry it like after I showered, my hair gets oily in the morning.
For sure, yeah. And dry your hair before you sleep because you might get headaches after.
Yeah. Okay. And in terms of mentally, I feel like looking at Pinterest and like creating a good algorithm for yourself to like look at and always keep like some certain mottos that you think really stick to you. I think those are good to keep in mind. I think one thing is that you should always just keep thinking about
How to improve yourself
like
for yourself.
Yeah, don't think that you're like perfect. Like nobody's perfect. You're never gonna get there, but you can try to become the best version of yourself. And I feel like as long as you're making the effort, it really speaks to your person a
For
lot.
sure. I think I always live by like small progress is still progress. Like sometimes I just do not feel like doing anything in that like at all. But then like obviously some days I do like take breaks and I just don't do anything. But most days like I tell myself, you know what, as long as I just finish this small task, at least I have this little task done. Right. Like yeah, and I also think it's really important to surround yourself with people who have a good mentality because you definitely get influenced a lot, no matter if you like it or not, you will get influenced pretty easily, especially by your peers. So definitely involving yourself around people with the same mentality or even people who are better than you actually. And like surround yourself with people who are better than you or in ways that you want to improve. That way you will see what they do and what they achieve and how you would want to be more like them. But don't compare yourself with them, but like just like compare yourself to where you want to be and like take small steps to try and reach that goal.
And I feel like no matter like how miserable you think you are, I feel like a good place to one of the things I've always remembered is that it's really like a roller coaster. Like even when you're down, you'll eventually go back up. Like
Mhm.
so.
For sure, yeah. And I've like watched this reel and it said like basically like someone out there wants to be in your position right now.
Mhm.
So do it tired, do it by yourself, do it stressed, but
Mhm.
still do it.
And I feel like it's a blessing to feel stressed about the things you feel
Mhm.
stressed about. You know,
Because some people want to even
Mhm.
be where want to stress about the things that you stress about.
Mhm. So I feel like you should take each opportunity and don't take it for granted. Okay. Well, we didn't do that yet. I feel like we just did that.
Okay. So we can just
Okay.
talk about, oh, like mentally, maybe, or maybe like how to be a bit
I think so.
think smarter. Or like another way of like improving intellectually is by reading. I know like a lot of people don't actually enjoy reading too much, but I think finding a genre that you like to read will improve like, not only your English, but like if you read um nonfiction,
I like to read
is
nonfiction.
nonfiction, obviously you can like, get more information on topics that you like. But fiction wise, you can definitely improve your creative thinking, um, writing, reading, spelling skills. But yeah, definitely reading is way more beneficial than, doing nothing or just scrolling on your phone.
Mhm.
So even if you don't enjoy maybe like 20 pages a day is still good.
I personally really enjoy nonfiction a lot more than fiction. Um, I think it also depends. For fiction, I don't like really corny stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but for nonfiction, I really like what are those called? Like wellness books.
Yeah, me too.
Um, I've I've read like a couple, and I find that it really helps me put my situations into perspectives,
Mm-hmm.
and it helps me like guide myself in a way where um like I know like where I'm sitting, like where my
Mm-hmm.
position's at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Another thing is, mm, what can you do?
I feel like just honestly for me, I think setting a calendar and being organized.
Mm,
That's one of my favorite things to do. I like setting a or calendar. It doesn't have to be like physical. It can be like on your phone or something, but I feel like having it takes a lot off your mind to know that you have a place where you have all your due dates, all your set like appointments, and it makes your mind feel less stressed out.
for
And
sure.
I need to keep up with that because I haven't been doing that and it's been making me really stressed just thinking about all the stuff I have to do and like constantly being reminded of like all the things I need to do.
Okay, well, that's it for today's episode of how to um glow up mentally, physically, and emotionally. Thank you so much for listening, and we hope that you gained some more valuable information.